mic plugged into my phone, I forget to hook it back up into the computer. Yeah. I have a busy life, guys. I have a busy life. How's that? Is that better? I've never seen that before. On my end, your comment froze, Wisconsin fan. I've never seen that before. I've seen me freeze. I've seen other people's videos freeze. But I've never seen a comment freeze. That's crazy. Make sure I'm on the right Wi-Fi real quick. Yeah, I'm on the right Wi-Fi, so if I'm glitchy, I don't know what's going on. Make sure I'm off this internet. Yeah, I should be alright. I got the mic plugged up. We should have sound. Everything should be good to go. So I posted that, well, not posted. I shared that video that I made about the independent schedules. I posted it in the Notre Dame pages that I'm a part of. Man, you talk about a bunch of self-entitled fans. And if you're a subscriber of mine and you're a Notre Dame fan and you don't feel self-entitled, then it doesn't include you. But if you do feel self-entitled, then it does include you. Because I posted over there and they act like that, Notre Dame should just get the benefit of the doubt because they're Notre Dame. And that's the whole problem. That's why they don't have to schedule any more difficult than what they do. Because they do get the benefit of the doubt, no matter what. They can schedule FCS teams 50% of their schedule. If they went undefeated, they'd get them in. So it's annoying is what it is. Notre Dame, the Notre Dame brand gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves. Because they act like that they're the pinnacle of college football. You know, if they have one loss, no matter what, if you got to sacrifice an undefeated team, Cincinnati, you got to do it to let Notre Dame in. And I think they feel like it's an unwritten rule. Hey, y'all don't forget to go check out D4 Sports. He's got a good channel. It's booming right now. And he's got some great content, so go check it out whenever you can. But yeah, Notre Dame fans, I mean, seriously, the last time Notre Dame won a national championship was whenever they beat us in 1988. Think about that. The last time Notre Dame won a national championship was whenever they beat West Virginia in the national championship. So I don't get where they get this self-entitlement from. It's nonsense, ridiculous. And they were... This is a real argument that they used. They said, why did you pick a schedule out of the SEC? That's the SEC. If you would have picked a schedule out of the other Power Fives, it would have been a lot closer. Shut up. Maybe a little closer, but still not the same. Maybe the ACC could be closer, but y'all haven't done anything to earn that benefit of the doubt. I think Clemson right now is a bigger brand than Notre Dame. They have earned the right of getting the benefit of the doubt. Clemson has. And dadgummit, I can't think of his name now. I'm trying to promote his YouTube channel, but I can't remember the name of it. Dadgummit. It's the Alabama channel. Anyways, if I think of it, I'll pass it on. But the thing is, he made a video yesterday about how West Virginia could be on the cusp of a national championship in football. Sounds crazy, I know. I'm right there with you. I think that sounds crazy. But the comparison he used, and I've used this before, just not in the same way, is Clemson. Before this recent stretch with Dabo Swinney, Clemson and West Virginia were pretty similar as far as their brands go. They were a decent team that's had some success. Clemson won a national championship way back in the early 80s. Of course, West Virginia never won one, but they only had one. Clemson only had one. So Clemson and West Virginia are comparable before this recent slew of national championships by Clemson. So, what happened? Clemson made the right moves. They're a perennial powerhouse. West Virginia could be one move away from doing that. You just have to have the right coach at the right time, and it can happen. It will happen. But Clemson proves that it can happen to a brand that's not all that well known. Alabama, it's been happening to them forever. They are well known. Alabama's Alabama. But Clemson has not always been well known. They got the right coach at the right time. And honestly, it was right after they took the shellacking from West Virginia whenever they started doing really well. So yeah, I would trade places in a heartbeat with Clemson. I would take that 70-33 whooping in exchange for 2 national championships and a 6-year playoff appearance streak. It's nuts. That is filthy right there. Filthy. Man, they got it good around here right now. You talk about a town being in a good mood. Clemson, South Carolina. These people, because I live near Clemson, South Carolina, these people are in a good mood all the time now. So, yeah, it affects your mood and everything. So, a West Virginia fan can only hope that they can do the same in Morgantown. I think the biggest thing is, number one, West Virginia fans need to get over this grudge that they have against the ACC for turning them down the first time. Yeah, it happened. It was a decade ago. Move on. Whenever conference realignment happens, we need to be pushing for the ACC. And I think this time the ACC would accept us. I do. West Virginia rise in football, and we have a pretty good basketball program going on right now. So the academics argument is out the window whenever they accepted Louisville. So that there is no excuse. So we better get over that grudge and hope that West Virginia gets into the ACC. And another argument that West Virginia fans use is the money. We get paid way more by the Big 12. Okay? But that does you no good if you have a 0% chance of winning the conference in football or basketball. Okay, we've made the money. We've upgraded a bunch of facilities. But if we have no chance of winning the conference, much less make it to the playoffs, like, definitely no chance of that. What good does that money do? We need to be in a conference that's in our region, and I've always been for the ACC because we have built-in rivalries. Pitt, I mean, we've had this conversation over and over, but still, it holds the same. Pitt, Syracuse, Boston College, Miami, Virginia Tech. I mean, it makes too much sense. So I'm grudge argument that West Virginia fans use. They didn't want us back then, so why would they want us now? Because things change. Things change. You're living in 2011. Stop. It's 2021. Time to move on. We're all pumped and excited as West Virginia fans about bringing back the Backyard Brawl in 2022. It should be played every year. The only reason that's going to happen, the only way that's going to happen, is if we get into the ACC. Same thing with the Black Diamond Trophy against Virginia Tech. We get to play them again, and I'm going to try to go to that game in Morgantown. But it shouldn't be a rarity. Oh, we haven't played them in 3 years, and we might not get to play them in another 3 years. It shouldn't be that way. We should play Virginia Tech and Pitt every stinking year. Out of all the teams ever in the history of college football, West Virginia should be playing Pitt and Virginia Tech every year. Jim says, I disagree. I think West Virginia should forget about the ACC and start shooting for the SEC East. No, don't agree with that. Region-wise, yeah, we would fit. But there's still no guarantee that we would get our rivalries back. That's the big thing with the ACC for me. Getting those rivalries back and the schedule would be doable. I mean, the SEC East isn't, terrible. But I think West Virginia is a good enough team and recruits good enough to where we could have a chance, especially if we were in the Coastal. Now, Atlantic, yeah, you got to deal with Clemson year after year. Probably not going to happen. But I think it would help with our recruiting. I think we fit the ACC brand a little bit better because, we got pretty much the entire what used to be the Big East in the ACC. I mean, if they fit in, we should fit in, right? There's no guarantee, there's no precedent that West Virginia would fit in the SEC. Whereas with the ACC, there is a precedent. So, I mean, I get your argument, but some people would actually prefer the Big Ten over the SEC. I don't know between those arguments, but my personal opinion is the ACC. I mean, it makes way too much sense. For me, it would actually be great personally for me because I live near Clemson, so I can go to games in Morgantown, in Clemson. If they play Georgia Tech in Atlanta, that's a short drive away. Raleigh, Durham. I mean, man, that would be easy street for me. I would be 100% for that. Even, Blacksburg. I pass by there on the way to West Virginia every time I go up there. So, yeah, I'm all for the ACC. It's crazy how I get on these rabbit trails. I started off talking about Notre Dame, and now I'm talking about my team. How did that even happen? I don't remember how this conversation even morphed into this, but, I just roll with it. West Virginia to the ACC in 2025. That's the slogan that I'm going for. Wisconsin fan says, I'm having bad internet issues. Screen is glitchy and you're buffering a lot. I'm going to leave and shut this thing off and then restart this tablet. Good idea. To update you guys on the brackets. So, voting for regions 4 and 5 are done. Fin finito. We have winners. Let me find them real quick. I thought I had them laid out. There we go. Alright, so, we'll start with Region 4. This was, for the second round, moving into the round of 32. Right smack dab in the middle of my 130 logo brackets. Voted by you guys. It's not what I say, it's what you guys say. The matchup was the 16 seed Kentucky against the 8 seed Baylor. This was a close one, guys. Really, really close. Kentucky 7 votes to 6. Close. Very, very close. Baylor moves on to the round of 32. So let's look at their journey to the round of 32 so far. In the first round, they beat the 9 seed UNLV 11 votes to 6. It's been fairly close for Baylor, but they are in the round of 32. And they will be taking on the 5 seed South Carolina. South Carolina is steamrolling their way through this logo quick. First, they beat the 12 seed UCLA 12 votes to 4, and then they bullied the 4th seed Central Michigan 12 votes to 1. So right now, South Carolina is getting through this bracket tournament super, super easy. Super, super easy. So in the round of 32, it's going to be the 8 seed Baylor against the 5 seed South Carolina. That's going to be a good one right there. I still think I would vote for South Carolina in that one. Y'all are starting to say that I'm buffering. I'm on the right... let me make sure. Yeah, I got my hotspot on, and make sure my oh, it might be raining outside. I didn't think about that. Crap. We've had a lot of rain today, so it might be weather issues. I don't know. So in the round of 32 in Region 4, it's going to be the 8 seed Baylor against the 5 seed South Carolina. That's going to be a pretty good matchup. I like it. I like it. Next up, the 3 seed Oregon State beats the 6 seed Notre Dame 8 votes to 5 votes. Notre Dame gets knocked out. Let's look at Oregon State's journey. First round, they beat the 14 seed Appalachian State 12 votes to 4, and then they beat the 6 seed Notre Dame 8 votes to 5. And they will be taking on a tough logo. And that is the 2 seed Boise State. They are doing very well with votes. Boise State beats the 10 seed USC, the Trojans, 14 votes to 0. 0. USC didn't get any votes. So let's look at Boise State's journey real quick. 14 votes to 3 over the Ohio State 15 seed. That one surprised me. A landslide. And then, of course, in the second round, they blanked the Trojans 14 votes to 0. So this is going to be a great matchup right here. I like this matchup. The 3 seed Oregon State against the 2 seed Boise State. I don't know if I could actually, man, that one's that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't know. That video is going to be really interesting whenever I do that. Oregon State's logo against Boise State's logo. Those are some pretty good logos. 2 pretty good logos. The 3 seed versus the 2 seed. That'll be a battle. All right, now we're on to Region 5. Region 5. The 16 seed Florida State prevails again. Again. Dadgummit, y'all seated them way too low. I say y'all because y'all are the ones that voted on the seedings. So, yeah, I'm blaming y'all. Let's look at their journey. First, they beat the 1 seed Florida, which I thought Florida deserved that number 1 seed. So, that 11 votes to 8. And then they double up the 8 seed Kansas, 8 votes to 4. So, they are in. I can't find the coin, and I have a problem. We have a tie. The 5 seed Troy has 6 votes, and the 4 seed Hawaii has 6 votes. So if you haven't voted in on the video, leave a vote now or super chat, whatever, to break this tie. It's 6-6 between Troy's logo and Hawaii's logo. We need to break this tie. 6 votes to 6. Y'all think about that. I'll move on to the next matchup. The 6 seed Arizona State beats the 3 seed Utah 9 votes to 3. That's a pretty big win right there. Arizona State. Let's look at their journey so far. They beat the 11 seed FIU 9-7, barely squeaked by. That was a good battle. But then they beat Utah by 6 votes, 9-3. So they move on. They're also going to be taking on a very tough logo. Buffalo, the 2 seed. They knock out the 10 seed North Carolina, 9 votes to 3 as well. North Carolina's a good logo. So that's a big win for Buffalo. That's a big win. Let's look at their journey real quick. Buffalo, they blanked the 15 seed Minnesota 17 votes to 0. That is a shellacking, guys. Not good for Minnesota. They have a sucky logo. That's what you get for having a sucky logo. You need to change your logo, Minnesota. This is what happens. Your logo sucks. You need to change your logo. Find something to work with those horrible colors. You got bad colors, and you got a block logo. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Change your freaking logo. You got embarrassed in my 130 logo brackets as voted by the people. It didn't get a single daggum vote. I don't think any other logo has gotten blanked in the first round. I know USC got blanked by Boise State in the second round, but at least they got some votes in the first round. Man, I can go on a tangent about Minnesota's horrible, horrible logo. It's awful. Anyways, yeah, Buffalo blanked them 17 votes to 0. And then I think this is an upset. I know North Carolina was the 10 seed and Buffalo was a 9 seed or a 2 seed. I still consider this an upset. Buffalo, this is a good matchup right here, guys. The 6 seed Arizona State. Those are some two good logos. The Arizona State, and I think it was a great move by Arizona State to change from that cartoony Sun Devil sticking his pitchfork out. That looked cartoonish. Why did they have that? Changed it over for the classic pitchfork. Great. Now, a lot of people are using that pitchfork now, but, you know, it looks great. All right, so it does look like we are breaking the tie with Troy. Yvette votes for Troy, so that's good enough for me. I did not see her vote in my video, so that counts. 7 vote. Oops. 7 votes to 6. That'll work. So it's going to be the 16 seed Florida State against the 5 seed Troy in my 130 logo brackets. Here's the deal, guys. If y'all are not familiar, North Carolina, by the way, Wisconsin. If you're not familiar with what I'm doing with these brackets, is I created a logo bracket of every FBS team logo, all 130. I had to have a few vote-in games, but I did the math and it worked out. So I'm making videos on each region. I put those videos out and vote on each matchup, who they think should advance to the next round. All you do is type your vote in. It counts as a vote. And right now we're filling in the round of 32, which in this would be the third round. In the regular NCAA tournament in basketball, it would be the second round. But in this, it's the third round because there's so many teams. It's basically an extra round more than the big dance. It's working out really, really well. A lot of participation, a lot of crazy things, upsets, you know. Cool stuff. I liked it. So, Region 5, Region 4, all set. 1, 2, and 3, they were done. So now we're just waiting on. And by the way, just so y'all know, I will be shutting down the voting for Region 6, 7, and 8 Wednesday evening. So midnight Wednesday, the voting for those 3 are done. So if you haven't voted for your favorite logos in those particular regions, you might want to do it. And the cool thing for you guys is, it's just the way it worked out. In those 3 regions, it's the same video. So you ain't got to vote in 3 different videos. The farther along we go in this logo brackets, the fewer the matchups. So I'll be able to combine regions so you don't have to vote on, 5 different videos. So it won't be long. We'll be in the Sweet 16, and then the Elite 8, and then the Final 4, and then the best logo in the nation voted by you guys. It's anybody's game, well, except for the ones that have been voted out. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous for West Virginia's matchup. We're up against the Texas logo. That is an iconic logo. I even like it. I mean, I throw the horns down all the time just because they whined about it. But as far as an actual logo, I like it. Can't lie. Yeah. Hey, by the way, quick little reminder. Don't forget to hit that like button. Very, very important on YouTube. It's not to stroke my ego or make me feel good or anything like that. It just helps with the YouTube algorithm. Get this suggested to other people. Get a bigger audience. So hit that like button for me. That would help me out greatly. Just one simple click of the button. Appreciate it. And if you've stumbled onto this live show, you're like, don't know what the heck's going on, but kind of like it, hit the subscribe button. I do videos every day. We hit 1,000 subscribers last month, and steady growing. So, yeah, jump on board, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Another fan base that I promoted my video that I did today was BYU. They are definitely not happy. But I thought I used my point system fairly accurately. So, you know, I graded the schedules. I gave them an overall grade. And number one, difficulty of the opponent. How good the opponent you're playing. Very important. But I didn't count a home game against that opponent the same as a road game against the same opponent. So let's say somebody played Alabama at home. I would give that a 9. You're playing Alabama, but you're at home. Alabama on the road, a 10. So that's how I did it. A home game was worth at least one spot down as far as difficulty of that particular game. So, yeah. And yes, our website is up, www.goldandbluedude.com. Joey Foster, one of my subscribers, you see him in the chat, he's worked really, really hard on it. We're still adding stuff every day. Always getting better. That's my motto on the YouTube channel and on the website and pretty much everything. It's always a work in progress. You can't ever be satisfied in anything. Otherwise, you're not moving forward. And if you're not moving forward, you're actually moving backwards. That's how fast things move. And don't forget, Patreon page. I've been pushing that along pretty hard recently. Join the Patreon page. The highest level, I'm adding a ton of benefits because it is the most valuable level. The first thing is you'll get a 10-minute phone call with me. I might bump it up to 15 if there's not too many on there. So depending on how many members are on there, I might go with a 15-minute phone call with me. Mentioned on wondering what my opinion on. You wanted to talk about it real quick. A video idea. That's the big one right there. You have a video idea, and you want to let me know what it is. And we'll make a video out of it. And when it comes out, you'll be like, hey, I inspired that one. And also, we're creating a ticket drawing. So you join the champion level of the Patreon page, and you get entered into the ticket drawing for a game with Gold and Blue Dude. The only limit is $100, $100 limit. So because some games are super expensive, so you know, if you wanted to go to one of those games, I'll cover up to $100. I think that's fair. And then if it's under, basically you're going to a game for free. And we're working on regional rules because, you know, I can't go all the way out to the West Coast and stuff like that. So basic common sense rules. We'll figure it all out. But the way I'll draw it is I'll actually do a live show on it. That way it'll be more exciting. I'll write down all the names of the people that have joined the champion Patreon page. I'll write it right in front of you. I'll show you the empty hat. No extra names, no nothing. Write your name down. Show you the name. Dropping it in. And you'll watch live me pulling out whose ever name wins to go to a football game with Gold and Blue Dude. I'm excited about it. I'm already... I know I'm going to the Georgia Clemson game with another group. So maybe I could work out something if there was some extra tickets for that, for the winner to be able to go to that game if you wanted to go to that game, or, you know, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be a live drawing, so that's going to make it even more exciting. The Independence video that I did today, I know I already talked about Notre Dame, but BYU fans, they were not happy about it either. They were not happy. So I don't know if y'all realize this, but there's pretty much all BYU fans think that they still should be They still should have been invited to the playoffs last year. I'm going to be honest. The metrics, the numbers, actually support that. The problem is the schedule that they played didn't support it. But if they would have beaten Coastal Carolina, I would have agreed with them. I would have said, yeah, I think BYU should have been in the playoffs. And it's kind of Traveling Full says pick a game in Hawaii. That is not happening. I will make a special rule for that. That is not happening. Will not go to Hawaii ever for that. Maybe for a vacation, but that'd be a ton of money for a football game. No, can't do it. We might create a map of like a zone of where I mean, it's still going to be a pretty big zone, but there are limits as to how far I can go. Now, in the future, maybe when the channel is really rolling, gets bigger, and I'm able to quit my job and we're making some good money over here, that's a different story, and I am looking forward to that. I am very looking forward to that. And I have faith that this channel is going to get to that point to where I really will be able to go to one football game anywhere in the nation with anybody, and it's on me. I have faith in this channel that much. I have that much faith in this channel that one day we will be able to do that. And it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. Yeah. And we also set up a, I don't know if Joey has it. I forgot to post it. We also have a PayPal for Golden Blue Dude. That's the link where you can send money directly to Golden Blue Dude for the website. YouTube doesn't get any of it. Joey, if you have the link, put it up whenever you can. If you don't, it's cool. We'll figure out for the next live show. But whenever you're watching a live show, and I didn't realize this before I was a YouTube creator. So, number one, when you hit 1,000 subscribers, yes, you can start making money off the views. But you only make, I think it's 8/100ths of a cent. And even super chats, YouTube gets like 30 or 40%. So they chunk you, they gouge you. But for the PayPal links, that's money that goes directly into the show, and YouTube does not get a daggum penny. So yeah, whenever we can get that link for the PayPal, we will start posting that in the chats. Joey might not have that link right now, and that's cool. Kind of put him on the spot. I didn't talk to him about that before the show. Sorry, Joey. But for the next live show, we'll keep that in mind. That way we can post that on there. Keep YouTube's grubby little paws off our money. Because we want this channel to grow. We want to have the best. Well, of course we want the best content, but that's on me. That's not money. But we want to have the best lighting, the best audio, the best camera, the best editing. I'm working on a soundboard. That's going to be great. But all that stuff costs money, so I am going to pay out of pocket whenever I can, but I got to save it. So whenever I can get contributions from my subscribers, hey, every little bit helps going towards the next goal. And the next goal is the soundboard. And then after that, it's going to be the LED lighting. That's going to be great. I'm setting up the Discord to have a call-in show. That's going to be great. Me and my brother finally linked my phone to my laptop so I can do my regular videos with the right side of the camera on the phone, better quality. So he helped me with that. That's going along pretty good. So little things. Get better and better and better. You can't be satisfied with where you're at, or you're going to eventually get left behind. You'll get caught up with, and you'll get left behind. So every day you got to get better. So whatever I can think of, I do it. Yeah. The Patreon page is a once a month thing. It's like a membership type of thing. And that's why I give you multiple perks to go with it. Because it's not just like you're giving me $5 or the show $5 or the brand $5, whatever you want to call it, for one time. That's for a whole month worth of the perks that I'm putting out there. And I'm really pushing the champion page because I'm trying to make it super valuable right now. So the other ones I'm going to add stuff to as well. Don't worry, I'm not going to make those worthless. Every level is going to be worth something. But I gotta build it one at a time. So right now I'm building on the champion, and then I'll be able to take from that, decide what perks I can do from the ones below that. So that's how we're gonna build it. It's gonna be a great Patreon page, I promise. Honestly, whenever, yes, Jim, yes, all that. I'll have to go back. I'm not sure if YouTube gets a percentage of that or not. That's a good question. That's a very good question. I'll have to go back and check that. Not familiar with the rules. I'm sure anybody that's watching the live show right now can look that up and see what the actual rules on that. I never did that. But yeah, Joey, he's the one that's really worked hard on the website. So y'all make sure to go check that out. And we're getting, we talked about the analytics the other day. It's kind of crazy. We're getting hits from Illinois, California, Georgia, which I know I have a lot of Georgia subscribers. But we're getting hits from all over the United States. We're not getting any international hits yet. That will come. But yeah, I was really shocked at how far across the country people are looking for Golden Blue Dude. So it's building, guys. It's building. Pretty happy about it. And man, being a one-man show is not easy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's freaking difficult. But I'm starting to get support from different people helping me out. Joey's building the Golden Blue Dude website. So we're branching out. We're getting bigger. It's getting fun, guys. It's getting, well, it's always been fun, but now it's really getting fun. So that's basically what I wanted to tell y'all this evening. The growth of what we're going to do, the Patreon page, the website, of course, the bracket updates, and let y'all know what direction we're going in. Joey says, I think that is what you search for in PayPal. Not really sure. Yeah, there is some way to get the actual link to the PayPal. And that's what we need. We need to get the actual link to PayPal. Because that's what you can copy and post in the comments section instead of them having to look it up. So, yeah, that's what we really need to look at, is how to get that daggum link. Usually getting the link is easy, but that's the one site that I cannot figure how to get that link. And yes, Discord is coming to where you guys can call in, and it's going to be great. So whenever I have it set up, I'll probably do a live show and get some of your guys' email, because whenever we do the live show, I will need some moderators, because there's some crazy people out there that try to get on your show and say some things they should not say just to get your show shut down. Yeah, people are like that. So, yeah, whenever I get that set up, I'll do a live show, and we'll talk about it, get some of your guys' emails, conversate, make sure we don't have any crazies call in and try to bomb us over the air, make us look bad. Yeah. It happens a lot. Even the big dogs. It happened to Pigskin Pete. I think it was last week or the week before. Yeah, they're still out there. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm actually getting tired. I had a long weekend. My stomach was hurting all weekend, so I'm still kind of worn out. But I still did my videos every day, even though I was sick. So, I hope y'all enjoyed it. So, check out the Patreon page. Check me out on PayPal. I'll get that link out whenever we can. Discord coming soon. The website goldenbluedude.com out, and Region 6, 7, and 8. Those videos are still out, ready to be voted on. Voting on that will not close down until, I think I said Wednesday night, but I actually meant Tuesday night. I'm going to shut down the voting tomorrow night at midnight. So, and Joey says we actually had a hit from Finland on goldenbluedude.com. So I guess we are international. There we go, guys. Finland. I like it. I'm going to get off here, guys. I'm tired recuperating. But the next show is going to be much better, more energetic, because I will have 5 more days of getting this bug behind me. So, I'll have more energy, I promise. So, yeah. But I gotta get my sleep tonight. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope y'all have a good night. And more videos coming out tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day.